Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a big one, something that challenges how we see ourselves and our decisions. We're talking about free will. Do we actually have it? Or is everything we do already determined by factors beyond our control? Stick around, because this one might just change the way you see your own choices. Let's get into it. The case against free will. Alright, so most of us go through life assuming we're making our own choices. We pick what to eat, what to wear, who to talk to, what career path to take. It feels like we're in the driver's seat. But what if I told you that feeling is an illusion? What if everything you decide is actually the result of things you can't control? Let's break this down logically. Premise 1. Our decisions are determined by our past experiences. Think about any decision you've made today. Maybe you grabbed a coffee, picked a certain shirt, or decided to watch this video. But why did you make those choices? Well, they weren't random. They were based on your past experiences. Maybe you drink coffee every morning because it's part of your routine. Maybe you picked that shirt because you wore it before and felt comfortable in it. Maybe you're watching this video because something in your past made you interested in philosophy, science, or just debating ideas. Our upbringing, our culture, the way we were taught to think, all of that shapes what we do. If you grew up in a completely different environment, you'd be making completely different choices. And if your decisions are based on experiences you didn't choose, can we really call them free? Premise 2. Our biology and genetics shape our choices. Let's take it a step further. It's not just past experiences that shape our decisions. Our biology plays a massive role, too. Your brain chemistry, your genetic predispositions, your hormones, they all affect how you think and react. Some people are naturally more anxious, some more impulsive, some more logical. And these aren't things you chose, they were wired into you from the start. Neuroscience even shows that our brains make decisions before we're consciously aware of them. In studies, scientists have been able to predict people's choices seconds before they think they decided, just by looking at brain activity. If your brain is already making choices before you're even aware of them, can you really say you're in control? Premise 3. The illusion of free will. So if past experiences and biology shape everything we do, then what we experience as free will is really just an illusion. We feel like we could have made different choices, but could we really? If you rewind time to this morning, with the exact same thoughts, feelings, and memories, would you have made a different choice? No. You'd do the exact same thing every time, because all the conditions leading up to that moment would still be the same. It's like watching a movie you've already seen. The characters feel like they're making choices, but their actions were always going to play out that way. The same goes for us. We just don't realize we're part of the script. Objections and rebuttals. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but wait, what about conscious reflection? What about moral responsibility? Let's tackle those. Objection 1. What about conscious reflection? Some argue that we have free will because we can stop and think before making a choice. We can weigh the pros and cons and deliberately choose one path over another. Isn't that free will? Rebuttal? Not really. Even when we reflect, our reasoning process is shaped by things we didn't choose: our intelligence, our education, our past experiences, even how much sleep we got the night before. And remember, studies show our brain is already deciding before we decide. So even our reflection isn't as free as it feels. Objection 2. What about moral responsibility? A big pushback against determinism is that if we don't have free will, how can we hold people accountable for their actions? If someone commits a crime, can they just say, "It wasn't my fault, I was determined to do it"? Rebuttal. This is a tricky one. But here's the thing. Just because actions are determined doesn't mean we should throw out accountability. We still need consequences. But instead of focusing on punishment, we can focus on understanding why people act the way they do. If we know that a person's actions are shaped by past experiences and biology, then maybe we can focus more on rehabilitation and prevention instead of just punishment. Accountability doesn't disappear, it just shifts toward fixing the root causes instead of blaming people as if they had total control. Final thoughts. So, do we have free will? Based on everything we've talked about, our experiences, our biology, The way our brain makes decisions before we are aware of them, it sure doesn't look like it. But does that mean life is meaningless? No. It just means that understanding why we do what we do can help us make better choices. Not because we're free to choose anything, but because we can shape the conditions that lead to better outcomes. This isn't about giving up, it's about understanding ourselves better. And if we know how we're shaped, maybe we can work with that knowledge instead of against it. Alright, that's it for today. What do you think? Are you convinced? Or do you still think we have free will? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.